You are correct. You are correct. Let me go ahead and write these in while you guys. Well, let's answer your question and we'll all write them in. What exponent is understood on the base x or basics on base x in the expression xy squared? In other words, I'll let it stay as it is. What exponent is on the base x in that problem? Yeah, one is correct.
Power.
To the power of 1. Now I'll write in their answers and then I will go on to the next page. So again, you can see today the new stuff is going to be a lot. It's not going to be long. And again, if you've been in algebra, you may remember it. Let's see if I can put in. They said, let's see, put this guy here. They said 3 squared. And I may tell you why it's squared. If you're finding the area of a square whose side was 3, to find the area, you go 3 times the other side, base times height. So one of the things 3 times 3. As a matter of fact, anytime you find the area of a square, you have to do the number times itself. And for that reason, at least this is what I've put together. Now take your hand. We say that it's just 3 squared for that. Ask a question.
I said I made them all 3, and then I said 3 to the power of 2 because I would end up having to do 7 to the power of 4 as well. So I just made them all to the power of. But should I change it to?
Yeah, the answer we're putting on the board. Yeah, you are correct. The answer we're putting on the board is actually what they were asking. You were like maybe solving another problem that they could have asked, but in this case, they didn't ask it this time. All right, the second one they said was 5 cubed. Same idea in terms of, well, why would you say cubed? What does that have to do with anything? Well, if you ever found the volume of a cube, how much liquid or how much stuff could fit inside this box, and one of the sides was a 5, to get the volume of this cube, how much stuff can fit inside of it, you have to do base, length times width times the height. Those 5 is how you get the volume. And for that reason, we say cube. All right. The last one was just 7 to the 4th power. There's nothing special. Once you get to the 4th, there's no special word or anything like that. To the 4th power, 5th power, 6th power, so on. Okay, pull it up just in case. To the 4th power.
It is.
Oh, please.
All right. We got those guys. Sydney. Here are the answers to page 6 in case you missed class and are watching the video. Oh, hey, how do you find the perimeter of a shape?
You add all sides.
Add all sides. All right, good.
What time was it?
Let's see.
We have 8 spots left.
Let's see. 5. Please write this out like I'm doing. Plus the 2.
More fish on.
First side, we'll go around this way.
I know.
Let's do the 6t plus the 4. And right at the last one, today's class is easy on the brain. Easy on the brain. Why not have an easy math class?
Really, Jose?
So that when you take this next test,
We got scared.
hopefully there'll be an easy section.
Our figures have any
Right down right
tests.
now, and then.
Are you doing?
No,
Are
it's
you,
not mine.
Oh no. That's what I was saying. Right down. What's going on there? How much time I wait to do this thing? All right, here it comes. With a highlighter, find any of the t-squareds and highlight them one color. In my case, I only have red, so I'm going to make you red. I'm going to make you red. I bet there's a way for me to highlight the whole thing. Take a second color, highlight the t's, do the t's to the power there. First half old, second half. Some of you, we're going to try to get you guys to at least show me that you know how to do stuff. I don't know if you go to test it, but for sure, I printed out some new sheets for you guys to work on. Highlight the T's in green. Even though I know you're going to get up there, still do it anyway. Yeah, just put it in your pocket or whatever. That way I don't have to put it away for you. And then the last one, of course, the constant. Anybody know what a constant is?
It's a number that doesn't have a variable.
You are correct. Even though it's weird about constants, technically they have one. They have x to the 0 power or whatever to the 0 power. So essentially, of course, in this case, we're going to put all the reds together. We're going to see how many of the reds we have, how many of the blues we have, how many of the greens we have. Sorta. You got to add the coefficients. Anybody know what the coefficients are? Was that what? Oh, that's for the other class. But what's a coefficient?
It's a variable.
Stop.
Wait, no, it's the number that has a variable with it.
Coefficient is the number that sits in front of the variable. So let's see, red. How many do we have? We got 4 tables. Fine. Jeremy and Samuel will operate at 1 table. You all will tell me how many t-squares we have. They have 5 to begin with, and then they added 3 more of them. Back there, you'll tell me how many t's we have. They start off with 6 of them. They added 2 more of them, and then lastly, Isaac and Vivian, you'll tell me how many constants we have. They started with 2. They added 4 more, and 7. No, I'm not teaching this to you, so you don't have to be offended. I'm just moving this through so that on the test, this will be one of the sections. They're going to try to make it look tricky, but the good news is one of the standards for the next test is a guarantee, and this is it. All right, here it comes. For the reds, how many t-squares do we have, Jeremy and Samuel?
2. I mean 8.
We do have 8 of those t-squares. Very nice. Of the t's, how many of those green t's do we have?
That is usually
Jose's table or Brenda's table, how many?
Wait, what? Oh.
7, 8, 9.
8 is going to do it. 8 of those regular t's are t to the first powers. And then the constants, Isaac and Vivian, how many do we have of those? 13, we got a 2, we got a 4, yeah, 13 will do it. Take a look at it, see how you feel. You should feel like, okay, yeah, I've seen that. Simplify is math taught for, hey, do the problem. When you're not solving an equation, there's no equal sign floating around. You solve for the letter x. You simplify when you just combine like terms. All right, we only have 2 problems to do on here, and there are only 2 sides of the room. So side number 3, would you guys like to do the part with the, or this side here, you have a 3. Would you like to do to the 4th power part or to the 2nd power part? You get to choose. One is a little easier than the other. You get to choose. 4th power is perfect because since everybody is positive, to simplify, you just combine them. What do we have for the x to 4th powers? Yeah. 20 x 4. No big deal. This side of the room, even though I knew there's more than one of you, what do we think we have for this side? I gave them that because there are only 3.
2x squared.
We got a 2x squared. That's 2x squared.
Same thing.
That 2x squared is correct.
Are you just supposed to assume the positive or negative
This
roll?
one.
Did
Did you just assume it's roll? Did you just assume it's roll?
You just assume it's roll.
No, I
You
said-
I didn't say anything.
I said it up to
I let it do whatever it wanted. So I
Go to
That's
page
like
50,
getting
do
culture
page
shock.
50. Right, here it comes. Side of 4, give me the first half with a 5.
Oh, 20y squared. I mean 20y.
To the 5th power. This side, what do we got on the other side? Yeah, no big deal. Let's just get out of the way.
Back.
All right. Take a look. Recognize that there's a 1 in front of that
It
y.
has just like y by itself means 1.
You are correct.
Because there's
Yeah, that was on that very first page, that first answer that we did. Adding or subtracting. The fact that it's saying adding or subtracting means that when you line it up, whatever signs are there, you combine. Is that right? Right, combine. When you combine, write that down, combine, you put together however they offer to. Oh, the 8 and the 5, they're different signs. Oh, I'm going to want to subtract and get that answer. The 7 and the 4, I'm subtracting. The 6 and the... Oh, you guys still get to choose the easy ones. All right, here it comes. Jeremy, you'll get to choose whichever one you want to do first. Then Samuel second. Brenda's table third, and then Isaac's table last.
She came back.
All right. Here it comes. Which one do you choose, Jeremy?
You.
Yeah. Very nice. It just falls through. Technically, this is as if you had 0m to the 3rd power. Not that you ever write it, but just so you can feel that you will have seen it. All right, Samuel, which do you choose? Any of the 4, any of the 3 left over.
The next one, m squared. It's minus 3, yeah, over.
All right, Brenda's table, how would you all choose?
Just goes.
Yeah, why not just go online? Why not make it like a big mystery? All right, whatever. Here it comes. How do I, stop that. And what do you got back there? Isaac and Vivian, or just Isaac? I think Vivian may have been out. Yeah. Can you guys see how they're going to give you a freebie? I need to go back and look at the test. I just can't imagine they're going to make it this easy, but I'm almost positive they had it like this, which is why I would choose these special pages out here. So enjoy. There will be a really tough section. No, put that back in. Yeah, that way, because not mature. They're really just doing stuff. Which, yeah, don't help. All right, here we go. Next page. Go to the next one. Oh, you do it however you remember to do it. Use R squared. You don't have to do this. This is just something I'm messing around with to see if it helps a student. Yeah. Well, how am I going to know what to do with that? Oh, I'll tell them about it. This way where it's lined up for some students, I'm like, oh yeah, I think I like the lined up way versus the long way. We'll see. Here it comes. We got what? How many? We only have 3. We'll start at this table. Maybe Jeremy will be off this time. We'll just go in order as well. The squares. What do you guys have, Brent? Vivian and Isaac.
8 R squared.
Say it again.
8
8 is a good number. I see where the 8 might come from. If that negative sign wasn't there, but it's there, so it has to be a different number. So good start. Yeah, it has to be a -2 on that first one. That 8 was a good start. Let's do -2 for the R squared. It's 3 minus 5 on that one. Second one, Jose's table, what you guys got on the second guy?
7R.
Yeah, 7R.
7 Jose.
When everybody is
Jose's
good.
Jose's
There.
table.
And 7 the last one.
Jose's table.
You just bring down the.
Yeah.
This is a democracy.
Now this is if you're doing it the down way. If you were doing just across, it's true. You would do 3 plus, oh shoot. You know what, I think I like this down way better.
Yeah, I've never done it like this. I think I'm gonna do it for my SAT quiz quickly then.
Alright, do me a favor, grab a highlighter, and do me a favor, highlight the 3R and the 5. Do I have a highlighter? Do I have a highlighter? Oh yeah. You do. What some people would do, they would just they would just highlight the first 2 guys, and I did do that 3 plus the 2, give them a 5, and maybe whatever. If I had something to highlight the R's, I don't know how to change the color on it. I would do, can I change the color?
See where the 8 is at?
He says A.
Next to the left. Next to
Yeah.
there you go. Oh, there you
Everything just takes really long.
go. No, it changed the text.
Yeah, alright.
So they go back to pen to the left.
Maybe it's meant to be. Maybe I'll do a crayon on it.
Same.
Yeah. Not quite what I was looking for. But we get the idea. The point I'm making is with a highlighter, and not everyone needs to do it, but obviously you can highlight the things that are the same first, then start doing the work instead of just going in order. I like the going down thing. Let me see what the next problem is. Is the next problem something similar? This did something. No? Would you like some more details? No. The plus sign separating the 2 parentheses is what allows you to line it up nice and smooth. The other guy with the negative sign, we have to do something first, then we can go ahead and line them up. I like the line-up method. I think that's the way they put it on the test. We're about to leave addition, subtraction, go to multiplication, division, or just multiplication in a second, and then that's the last version I think I'm going to do for today. Then after that, I'm going to hand out some that you get to choose. But the 6 squared, you get to go first. And I'm going to put the plus sign on him so that we know that, let's say 6 would be. Alright, B squared, brother. Green. they got them in order. Then you make you have to think. Something like that, no thinking. And then the last guy, he's the 2. Maybe somebody has to think a little bit on this last one. All right, Jeremy, what you got on the first one? Just the red guy. Say it one more time. So last second.
Why don't you just bring it down?
This time, no, there is something in front of that red B square that makes you have to do something different. I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna put that in. Or maybe I can do another table and you can pick up another one. The second table, you guys wanna do that one? Say it again. That's gonna be close, Alright. So I'm gonna give that one to Jose's table. It's actually gonna want to be, I'm gonna write it with a number first and I'm gonna erase the number. So -1, that is, technically since there's a 1 here, -2 plus a 1 is a -1 for the B squares.
Tell you wrong.
And then the 1 on a test, they're probably gonna eliminate the 1,
It's not
so.
square root of 6.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're right. No, you weren't. You had it.
He's on purpose there. Alright, B6.
Here's the one.
You don't need to write the 1, you're at B.
Yeah. You can put in the 1 and be okay with that. I'm fine with that. That's going to count for Jose's table. I'm coming back to Vivian's table with the B4s. What do you all have there?
And it's 5.
Before what?
Nice. I like that. Say it again. He was on fire, now he's going down. All right, then Jeremy, you're back. You want to mess around with that last one, Jeremy? I know it's the same as the first one, and then it just reversed it on you now. Dang,
Which one?
the blue guy? I know. That's why you're supposed to have more than one so that you can kick back while someone else says it, or
What's your favorite?
you can recruit Jose on your team for a second. Yeah,
B squared.
yeah. Positive, again, -1 plus -1 plus a 2 is a positive 1. They're not going to write in the 1. So there it is. So like I said, yes, this section is a freebie, but again, there are a few pieces where it can mess with you, and that's usually once they throw in the positive negatives. Go to the next one, please. Back up. Distribute that negative sign if that means anything to you. If it doesn't, you're about to find out in just a moment.
For the degree?
Oh,
All the signs are.
How's your hair look?
what? Alright, let's see if we get these last 3, and then I'm gonna dismiss some, and others will give you some paperwork to demonstrate some stuff. All right, so let's see what we got here. That negative sign. You know what? Just in case you never heard it, and I know teachers, we don't say we do this little rainbow things, and it just changes the signs or whatever. But I wonder if any teacher said this phrase. In math, the negative sign in words is the opposite of. What is the opposite of a positive 3? Oh, yeah, it's a -3. What is the opposite of a positive 7? Oh, yeah, it's a -7. And lastly, what is the opposite of a -6? It's a positive 6. And so when people see that sign out front, people who aren't very good at math, they change the first one. Usually just hook it onto the 3, boom, bring it down. The 7 stays the same, the 6 stays the same. That's what they normally do. But if they understood that this minus sign out front always asks, hey, what's the opposite of everybody who's inside? It just makes sense. Like, well, you couldn't have the same 7. It has to be the opposite of 8. With that said, I'm going to line mine up. It's going to be a little bit weird since there's not going to be a space on the top, but I'm still going to do it. Let's see, you're under that guy, -3 here. Jeremy, you'll get to choose which one you want to do first of any of the 3. Let's see, the 7, same thing? So, okay, that's cool. And then that 6 gets to float around by himself.
Take 6.
You want which one?
I want the 6.
Take the 6, all right, 6 is done. Vivian and Isaac, what do you choose?
7.
You want to do the 7s? All right, what do you guys have for that? Say it again?
10.
I know what you're thinking, but it's not going to let you have it that way.
14.
Yeah, it's going to make you do that. negative plus negative, multiplying, yeah, they turn into positive. So we're now multiplying. This problem here is really a 7 minus a 7, which ultimately negative 7. That's what the actual problem is. But the rule, official rule, which I hate this part of math, it's so tricky to most students or enough students. The official rule is to subtract a number, you're supposed to add its opposite. I'm going to add the opposite of a 7.
Same sign, adding key, different subtract.
Yeah, like
Keep the
that.
sign of large number, then you'll be.
I know, I'm not even that guy. But clearly it works for some people. Give you the negative 14.
I always do this.
Negative plus negative is 54. Whatever, you remember what teacher offered that to you? So there's the answer for page whatever. On 55, please write in what should be on all 4 sides of the box before we have to start adding stuff together. In other words, they gave you 2 of the 4 sides. Please put in the other 2 of the 4 sides. Once you do that, this is the last 2. Page 55. Once you put in the other 2, then it's your job to get the perimeter. That is, add everything up. But the top and the bottom, they'll kind of already be lined up for you. The side and side, I don't know how you're going to set those up. You're going to put them on top of each other. Dang, then you got to add those with everybody else. So the only reason this should be extra difficult is because there's so many pieces. So let me give you some time to put it and organize it the way that you can just kind of. Here's the answer for this one. Someone said something about an extra X.
X plus 2.
So I know what you're thinking, but yeah, I got to account for it. That's a good question.